Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to work on a cover for the Rose Journal. You can see I've got all kinds of goodies laid out here. We're going to layer some lace and some texture and build up our cover. I made this the other day from Miss Paint-A-Lot's. It's a collage challenge. I kept saying cluster or something in the other video, but this was for a collage challenge, and it was week 1. So I had put this pretty rose in the center. This is stamperia paper, and so I decided to use that for a cover. And as you can see, it's been reused. I can't remember exactly what that was. I think it was the Cinderella that I had made in a paper bag at the time. So I'm going to set that to the side. I've got some old linens here my mother gave me. They were out in a building of somebody's, and she gave them to me from them, and so I'm going to give them another life. Some little mice had got a hold of a few of them, that kind of thing. So let me set a few of these to the side, and we're going to do our sneaky peek of the day. And I have been out of sequence. Whoops. I've been out of sequence with my sneaky peeks. So I'm hoping, because I may post this video today. So I hope I don't show anything I've already shown. Let me sneak myself in here and see where I need to be. Oh no, let's see. I've shown that one, but you can't see that yet. I've shown that one. I've shown that one. I'm being selfish, aren't I? Okay, we're in the middle of the second signature here. And this is a little truck. Cute little truck. Guess he's a flower truck with an umbrella. Anyhow, this was where I wanted to show how to hide your string. When you sew in your signature, I usually do what do you call it? A hidden signature. And then I glue the whole piece down to the base here. And I don't have the strings out the back side. Anyhow, so I'm tying it. I've got the bow. I've got the knot. I don't like to see that. I don't do charms that often. So I kept thinking, what can I do? And I kept remembering how you do an altered book, where you're ripping out the pages and then you're hiding it in between two pieces of paper where all the rips were. So that's what I came up with here. So I have this little journal card inside with a beautiful little bird. It's just plain on the back. But if you look inside, you'll see the tie. You see it down in there? It's there. It's there. But that is how I did it. What I did is I left this piece open. I just left it wide open like a sandwich. Then when I got in here and I tied it all in, I cut it down. Then I glued here and I glued here. And that's all it took. And it adds to the center. You don't see the ugliness. I call it ugliness. I mean, some people might like those ties, but I don't. So anyhow, and I guess I could show you this page, but well, no, I can't show you that page. I'll show you that page later. Okay, anyhow. Sorry. All right. Now, what I want to do here is I had already made my base. I got all these little pieces and parts laying around. I don't know exactly what all I'm going to use. Oh, and thank you for coming to visit and see what I'm doing today. I have my apple pie box for my Memorial Day Monday yum-yums, you know. And what I did is I cut it down to, it's a 9x6 usually. And I believe the spine is, it's 1 3/4. And I covered it with this real inexpensive, on clearance, pink cardstock that I got ages ago. It has a slight texture to it. So it was always hard to know what to do with it, because it's not exactly paper. It's almost like a plastic. Can you hear it? Anyhow, I like to use it as a base, as a frame. So that's what I did. This piece here was the left side of this piece here. So I cut them up, and this will be my inside cover. This is Artie Mae's here. Not Artie, I'm sorry. It's Pink Monarch prints. I'm sorry. And this here is the journal boat. Shabby Chic Rose, I think the name of this kit is. And that's probably going to be the majority of the digital that's in here. I have an idea for the spine. That'll probably have to be another video. So stay tuned for that in the near future. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out what all I wanted to do. And I think I'm going to lay this as my base piece, because I like the idea of the little shear sticking out. Then again, I did have this. No, I do. Yeah, I want that for the base. Maybe, no. That'll be little additions later. This is some pink cheesecloth, blush pink. And then this is that crazy little styrofoam dotted stuff you could get at the Dollar Tree. Comes in all kinds of different colors. I liked it because maybe I can stick a little corner out here and there and give myself a little dimension and some texture. This here was a piece of crazy looking crossed, and what was this? Crocheting I did. I actually made a bag, and this was the neck of the bag, and then the little flared ruffle. I don't know if I can save any of that to use. I don't know. It might totally fall apart when I cut it. You know, so we'll see what happens when the time comes. Well, first off, let me go ahead and get this down, because I do know this is going to be my base piece. I'm going to use some fabric tack for this. The adhesive of Champions. At least for this. And I'm going to just go in just a tad from the inside edge. Or the outside edge, I should say. And it's very thin, so I don't need too much there. I hope you don't mind my fan blowing over there. It gets hot back in here. And it's going to be a warm day. Now, I've got one of these little rubber spatulas from my makeup days. So I'm going to smear it along here. And get it to attach. Yeah, I tried to sell unique makeup at one time. I am not a seller of makeup. I never used to wear makeup. So, needless to say, I'm not a good person for selling my own goods. And that wasn't my own goods. But I had to put it on my face and show how to use it and tell you, somebody with stage fright, that's not an easy thing to do. I got out of that. Alright, so I have this pretty little pillowcase. It's like a little satin or muslin or some kind of little pillowcase that some mouse got into. You can see the stain, but anyhow, it's been washed. It just, the stain won't come out. I'm going to cut this edge off, and one's going to be overlapping one side, and one's going to overlap the other side. I thought that would be so pretty. And I can use this little muslin for something else later on. I'm not exactly sure what, but I will. Now, where am I wanting to cut this? I'm going to cut it to where I can get a good glue down. I'll start it there, and then I'll just go in a circle. What's everybody up to today? I've been doing all kinds of stuff lately. I'll tell you. I had started this rose journal. I've got a few journals I want to sell on my Rhoda's Junk page. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go around about that. I believe what I'm going to do is sell one at a time so I don't get confused and frustrated and, you know, so I can do it correctly, I guess you could say. So, that's in the plans. I think I'm going to just do it hodgepodge. I'm just going to throw one on there 1 or 2 days a week, and whoever's first on there is going to be the one that can have it. And, oh gosh, I got the little tail sticking out there. Oh, came right off. Alright. We're going to cut it apart right there. I guess what they did is this is a lost art. They went and I think they sewed. Oh, they may have put it together right there. That may be it. I was thinking they just put little holes in here and crocheted all the way around it. So we're going to use that little bit of definition difference there, and yeah, I'm going to cut that too because it's got a big thickness. I don't want that. Okay, now we are going to, and this extra glue is going to help adhere this even better. We're going to do like this. I'm going to put it down like that. Let me give myself a little bit of a cut here. How am I wanting to cut it? About like that. And I'll do one for the back side as well. I'll cut it about right there. And I got that great little piece for something later on. Not this project. Oh, maybe the top of a tag. You never, you know, can tell what you might need something for. I don't think there's a right or a wrong on this, so we're going to go in this direction. I'm going to cut that little bit of extra muslin off. And I think I've got a double thickness here, which I'm going to have to get in there and also glue. Now I want it to hang over a bit. Let me get this on here. Come on, come on, come on. And I never have shown you what other little guys I've got up to. They wanted some more recipe keepers. I made 2. I'll be taking those to the shop here and probably tomorrow, because they got some kind of a sale going on in the back room. So it's a lot of cross stitch things. So I use the thread a lot for my stitching and sewing things together. So I'm sure I can use some of that. So we will make do. And see right here, I'm going to have to run me some more glue in here so I can make sure that stays down. Doesn't try to come up. I watch people do these all the time, and oh man, they make it look so good. And I'm still new at a lot of these things. I've been doing journals for, I don't know if you'd say 2 years. I guess it has been. I started by watching May, and she did cards. She always does cards. So that's basically what I was doing. So I started into the greeting cards. And had a ball doing it. I made a Christmas present one for that year. That was... it was where it was like a box of cards that was for all the seasons, or all the things you would need through the year, like birthday cards and stuff like that. You know, it's just now realizing. I hope I don't overstuff this, because I have no way of doing my ball hitch fastener. I may still be able to. I guess I could pull that down and put it in here. But we'll see. Yeah, you know, it's rush ahead, Rhoda. You have to kind of think about all the pieces and parts that go with your journal as you put it together. And I didn't think about that. So, we'll have to see how that works. I'll see what's being allowed. And the other option I have is to put something under the actual book plate that I made, the cover plate. Now I can do that as well, and just have a tying cord. Everybody loves those, what do you call them, the sari silks. Everybody does that. I don't know if I want to do that though. It'd be lovely if I didn't have to have a tie at all. Just lovely. Alright, I don't want that. Get rid of that. Get rid of all these kind of yucky corners. I don't need those. I want to see what I got underneath. There we go. Next, what are we doing next? I think this I want to have down in the corner, kind of hanging off with that pretty little flower there, kind of hanging off. I guess I'll have to gather it just a little bit. but I may want to have something under it first. I have a few of these. Like, there's a really pretty little shiny lace. I rated my lace bin over there. I've had it for ages. I guess that's the top. So I might do a little bit right there and glue that down. And then I'll have something coming off of this. I'm sure some people sew this down. I didn't know to sew it, so I guess I could have made another one of those, it's the, like a book plate surface, but I didn't want it to be too high. I'm mostly playing, trying to figure out what I want to do and how I want to do it. Alright, we're going to do that. And then we're going to also put a little bit up here. I kind of wanted it to be like a double reflection, or whatever you would want to say. Like a mirror effect. I want to balance it. So I want to put it in both corners. Okay. Getting my little silicone thing is coming in handy. Ugh. Except I need that little bit, and I filled this up, so it's good to fill up beforehand because you don't know how much of this you're going to need. Alright. What else have I been up to lately? I did the bugs the other day. Everybody seemed to like the bugs. I'm surprised. Some people just don't like them. Maybe if there was some spiders in there, there would have been a different response. But so anyhow, we have I have an idea for the bugs. And I've been wanting to get around to doing this cover booklet for a while, and I just have put it off. I have just, you have an idea what you want to do, but there's things that, steps that you have to do, and you just you're kind of putting it off. And that's what I have been doing. And I really, really need to stop doing that. I need to get to it. I have a little bit of this. That would add in a little bit of extra there. I've got some green, and I got some shiny, and I've got a little bit of this left. This is we used to call it the birdseed. Birdseed netting. It's the bridal netting, the bigger one. This is just a little piece that was left over from something. I think it was some of that Dollar Tree goodie. I don't know if there's enough here to do anything with. It adds a little bit of a shine, and I like that. So I'm going to throw a little bit of it here. I'm trying to get all the points and try to make it look a little different. Let me stick a little bit right here and have it kind of sticking over. It's just part of the layers. I mean, that's the whole thing you're doing. You're layering. And it will hopefully in the end look good. You just have to know when to stop. That is not my forte. I like to keep adding and doing, and like that'd be a good little spot there to kind of overlap. Let's put that there. Let's see, I know it was down that far. And then you can always go in under your little edges and fill in the rest that you're needing. Woo. Yeah, like here I needed a little bit more. Here. Woo. Okay. Now, I had this. This is just, I don't, it was cut off of something else, and I thought, I haven't done anything with that yet, have I? I'm going to put that down here. It's just a little bit of netting, so it doesn't need much. So we'll stick it here to be an underlayer. It's netting on netting. But that's okay. Just as long as it's going to stay down. Now, when I put down the cover, the book plate when I made, that's when I'm going to load it with glue. And that's when it's going to help adhere it. Because mostly that's what's going to glue in here. All of this is just going to be the edging. So, I have that piece there. I don't want the whole piece. I want to balance it. So I need to put a little bit here maybe. And a little bit on the upper end back there. So let me overlap that right there. And this is where I had some gathered lace. And I wanted to ungather it. So I cut that part off. And I think that's the edge that I didn't use. Oh, I'm looking for this piece here. Okay, so let me overlap that. Put that like over here. I hope I'm still got enough room to do something to my spine. It looks like I'm covering that up pretty good. I think I can lay it to the side or pull it back. Yeah, I think you'll still be able to see what I'm going to do. I think it's a little different. I've seen something similar, and it's something that's popular now, and so I hope that it'll be something entertaining for everybody. I'm sitting here pretending I'm just talking to the camera all on my own. Oh, sometimes that's the easier way to do it. You know, my cousin says I'm entertaining. I have another lady that says I'm entertaining. Sometimes I wonder, am I really entertaining? I try to talk about a bunch of the crazy stories when we go to West Virginia and what we encounter and do. Oh, it's something different. I'm going to have to wipe the end of this off here. There, I got this yucky rag. I'm going to use that. Now, am I to the point I can put my little flower down? Let's see. I want to still put a little bit of this down. Let me see. Let me cut a little wedge here, and I can always go back in and shape it. Go put a little bit right, I guess, along there. I don't need that extra piece there. I want it to stick out and be visible. But it's great with this lace here because it's still letting you see underneath. That's the great part about it. I know you can still get it there in the fabric department. I'm going to put me a little chomp of it. Little chomp up here at the top. Come on. And so it's kind of going around the world. Oh, come on. Right there. Now you can get these things. This is an expensive one, but you can get them at the makeup places. They have them at all kinds of different, I forget, what's that called? Sally's? Yeah. You can get them at places like that. And you can actually get the sponges to use with your inks that work just as well. So shop around a little bit. Don't always go for like the higher price things. You don't always need it. What am I doing here? Oh, I already used some of that. I'm trying to use a few of the different ones. I wanted to use this one down here, I think. So I'm going to go in here like this. And I'm going to cut it at a wedge shape. Don't feel sad for this. These things have been around for so long. And I've just not ever done anything with them. And I'm talking 20 years more. I don't do anything with any of my items. Out of sight, out of mind is my problem. So I have to put it out and make sure I use it. Okay, that's the back side. No, that's the back side. Okay. So I'm going to let it stick over just a little bit. Going to get in here. Finish off the corners to hold them down. And like with the items that my mom gave me, I mean, people would just toss that. They're not going to use them. I like this little bit right here. I might have to put him under the edge because I have a rolled edge on that. Let me see. I have a rolled edge. So see how it's going to look. This is Shabby Chic. Really shabby, baby. So what am I needing? I think I still need a little piece here. I'll just use a tiny piece to give me a little extra texture there. I still haven't used any of my cheesecloth, and I'm really debating whether I need to. Okay. Oops. That's the top. That's the top. Alright. And that's going to be hidden. I don't have to worry about it. The one piece I still need to do are these. Yeah, kind of like that. Just a couple. I don't need much. And I think I'll put that right here. You can see it really well with the green behind it. This works really great for snow. Like if you have a journal that you're wanting to do some snow, it really gives a great look. I mean, especially if you're doing a fabric flip. Now, I'm not a person that does a lot of fabric flips. I'm just, this stuff, it's not me. I will do one now and then. You know, if I got like a sewing journal I can fit it into. The last sewing journal I did, I didn't have enough room. Alright, I want to add a little bit of this crochet lace. Let's see what we can do with that. And I still haven't tried this. I don't know if I am. I think it's probably too far gone. I'll use this one instead. And time for a wipe off. Oop. Had a big volcano of glue coming out of there about right then. All right. Put that right here. Nice little layer. And put one down here at the lower side. Maybe right there. Sometimes you have to stand back as well. you have to get back and say, "Ooh, do I need that there? Is that necessary?" Oh. Now, I had a little bit of a want to do some cheesecloth. Let's see if that's necessary. Let me do 2 little triangles, and we're going to see if that's going to do the job. Okay. Which, maybe right up here on this corner would be good. That will soften the corner. And I'll probably need the corner to hold this down. Yeah. Oh, and I covered... Hi, Graylin. And I covered up my little goodie there, but that's okay. All right, Graylin, I'll come out in a second. I think he's hungry. It's not like he doesn't eat all the time. All right, I'll be out in a second. You're my Lord and Master. I obey. Crazy cat. All right. I'll try to talk my husband into putting a doggy door in, and he never did. But boy, I could use one. These cats are in and out, all the time. All right. I don't know if I just royally messed that up or if that's okay. But cheesecloth likes to shed. All right. I'm going to finally get to the part with the pretty little guy sticking out here. All right. Let's see what we can do. Cheesecloth is hanging on. All right. I'm going to cut it right like that. I may come back here and do the other corner up there. So, let's see. I need to make it to where it's going to be out beyond. I'm trying to picture this. So right there, that would stick it down to that corner, and I could come back up like that. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let me put a little bit of glue in here so I know where this needs to be. Am I in frame? Okay. All right. See if I can get that down right there. Yep, that looks good. Now, I'm going to glue down this corner. This is where it needs to be. Yep, it's going to stick out just right. Let me get up underneath it here. Alright, and then this piece I want to pull back. So I need to get into the little cavity there and pull that back. Whoop. About like that. Is this like watching paint dry? I really hope it's not. It takes a little while. Things you got to do, and layering and looking, and alright, so we're going to cut this corner off and do a little reflection up here. Right up here. So we had a little bit of a little rinky dink right there. I need a little bit right there. I'm actually just doing the piece at the moment. Like that. Get that secure. Then I'm going to get this and put this down. Oh, I'm running out of fabric tack. Uh-oh. And I just filled this thing. How much have I gone through? Oh, my word. Alright, get under here and get a good glue down. All right. Oh, whoops. Okay. Get all the crud off of there. There we go. Alright, and then we have this little patch right here to try to get down. And then we're going to glue in here to get this to fold back. There. Alright. I'll be back in a second. I got a cat roaming around my feet. Hold on. Okay, the piece de resistance. I have to glue down the cover. Now I went ahead and put that extra little piece that was just from the side panels up here. It needed a little bit of something else. And I put that little ball trim on the edge here to give it a little bit of something there. Alright, so I got to layer down some, and I filled this back up as I had to go out and feed the master. And so I'm going to go all the way down my stitch lines, especially all the way around the outside with a big heavy bead. Heavy, heavy, heavy. And I don't believe I'm going to be able to do any kind of a closure on this. I'm going to have to just be very wary of how much I put in here. But it's a 1 3/4 inch spine. I should not need anything, because I would like to really do this up shabby chic, use up more of those laces that's over there in that bucket onto the sides, the edges of the paper, and really, really have a nice looking book. I really want to have it pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let's see if that's going to do it. Where's my... Let me get my extra fingers. I always need them. I'm shaky anyway. Alright. Now, I got to make sure I'm on the right corners. I had to clean my fingers off a little bit as well, because I have glue glopping off of them everywhere. I'm just trying to feel my edge. Okay, I don't think I'm going to need that. I just need to start pushing. And I don't want to mess up anything, so I'm going to push with a clean hand and a clean rag. I'm trying to adhere that and get that to stick down. Good. I love these little rolled bits. That was the first time I had tried doing anything like that. Alright, how close am I? That's fine. That's fine. I'm making sure I got just enough. I'm a little crooked on that, but I don't think you really notice it because of all the stuff going on. But also because these little curly bits are detracting from that as well. Now, I have these little roses from eons back, and I don't know that I need them for this. I just pulled them out just in case, just to look, see if there's anything I needed to hide. But I think I've got so much going on here, I don't need them. One day I will use those. I have done a few things with them. It's just, you know, it's hard to use them up. And these are my scissors from UPC, from Walmart back in the day. And they're my scissors that I use for cutting wire like that. So have a pair of inexpensive cutters or wire cutters or scissors, something to use. And don't do your fabric scissors or your fussy cutting scissors. Okay. Do I think we're done? I think we're done. It only took 40 minutes. But this is what I come up with. I may still do some trimming to try to rough up things and make it look more natural, you know. Like that sticks out a little bit too much. And I can still see my little daisy or whatever that is down here. So that looks good. I may still need to get up underneath of here with a little bit of glue. Unless I think that's going to hold down. Maybe I can pinch it. Sometimes when you're gluing, especially with a fast drying glue, it will glue before you get it down. So sometimes a little maintenance and upkeep is necessary. All right, well, you can see some of the shiny bits here. You see some of the detail, which you always need a little bit of different detail. There's a bit of that cheesecloth trying to come off, but I'll just trim him. We'll trim him. But yeah, I really am happy with it. I like that little piece that sticks out down here. That's perfect. I have a few little black threads. They kind of contrast really nicely. Well, and then this will be our next step, our spine. And I have a cool idea I told you about. And we will get to that maybe the couple videos from now. I might try to post this one today. What is today? Friday? Yes. Today's Friday. So I may get that in the works today. And then we'll have the spine in a few days. All right. Thank you. Thank you, all my subscribers and watchers and viewers and all you great people out there. Thank you. Come back again. Check out what I'm going to do next. Bye-bye.